Hey there, the name's Nukem, Duke Nukem, and you're watching the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. For some unknown reason, enjoy.
What's going on, nerds, and welcome to the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. And we're back with it. It's AJ Ranks, and now we're doing live action Batman. This is something very near and dear to my nerdum. Very, 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 very close to my heart here. We're going from 1989 to 2022, and let's start off with a bang. Let's go straight to 1989's Batman, first up with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson as the Joker and Batman, respectively. You know, Michael Keaton as the Cape Crusader and Jack as the Joker, and just him as the first time we're seeing a Joker since Cesar Romero. Um, it was different. It was very different, and I really loved that they actually had him put skin color makeup on to cover up the white from what happened to him at Ace Chemicals. And throughout the movie, he is very over the top. Very over the top. Will still kill people, but it's in a way where you're like, "Oh shit. Oh shit, I like where this is going." Like, I'm kind of upset that they kill him in the first movie. I really am. I understand why, and I understand where they wanted to go and all that stuff, but I would have loved to see Joker come back for Batman Returns in 1992. But now let's go into ranking it. So for me, I will send that straight to A tier. Some people will probably put that all the way to S tier and probably calling me crazy right now for not doing that. Well, now that we've done Batman 1989, we're going to the sequel, Batman Returns from 1992. You have Michael Keaton returning as Batman. You have Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Danny DeVito as Penguin. I don't know about you guys, but when I first saw the movie, I really enjoyed it. I did. But then rewatching it after rewatch after rewatch kind of loses some of its to it. So, you know, it sucks because Michael Keaton still knocks it straight out of the park. But wasn't really a fan of it now. When I first saw it, yeah, cool. Let's throw it back on. And then after a couple rewatches, I'm like, all right, this kind of sucks. Let's just get it over with. But like I said, Michael Keaton still knocks it out of the park. Now we're gonna go to 1994 to Batman Forever. Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones, Chris O'Donnell, and the Cape Crusader this time is Val Kilmer. Now, I'm going to put this also in the C tier because Jim Carrey as the Riddler, a lot of fun. Not huge on Tommy Lee Jones's Two-Face. He was serviceable. It kind of just felt like he was phoning it in, waiting for the check to cash so he can just leave. Val Kilmer as Batman, pretty good. Chris O'Donnell as Robin was a very, very nice surprise, actually. And as you're going to see, he sticks around for the sequel to this movie. Honestly, the only one to stick around for the sequel to this movie, to the point where I don't even know if there's sequels, actually. Um, but the story is all over the place. You would assume that Riddler and Two Face working together, which they are, but they're also doing their separate paths and everything. Um, mind control, mind control, mind control, flip a coin. Um, but it's okay. It's something I will not go out of my way to watch. If it's on and I have nothing else better to watch, I'll leave it on. That's about it. So let's go to Batman and Robin. Sorry, Schwarzenegger, Clooney, Uma Thurman, and Chris O'Donnell again. Uh, this sucks. This movie is trash. Outside of some of the puns that were very cringy, this is god awful. Even for a star-studded cast that is in Batman and Robin. And honestly, if you would have shown me that, I would have assumed that killed the Batman franchises for the future. Just Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze should have worked. The writing awful. George Clooney as Batman could have worked. Again, writing awful. He has a Bat credit card and never leave the Batcave without it. Are you shitting me? Are you absolutely shitting me? And they're fighting over Uma Thurman and playing as Poison Ivy. Are you kidding me? Like, what the heck? And people actually went out and saw this. Not a fan. Not a fan whatsoever. That's why I put it in D tier. And now that we're about halfway through the list, everybody hit that like button. Subscribe to the Nerds Do Nerd Things podcast. I'm AJ. You're going to see a bunch of other nerds on the channel doing exactly this with a bunch of ranges. I know my buddy Will, who you've seen on the show plenty of times. We're going to do starter Pokemons. And I'm really curious to see where he ranks those starter Pokemons. I know where I would rank Cyndaquil. It would be straight in S tier, but that's a spoiler for mine. We're going to find out what his is in the coming weeks. But let's go to Batman Begins. 2005. Christian Bale. Liam Neeson. Oh boy. Oh boy, was this the resurgence of Batman that we needed. Gary Oldman in this movie, Morgan Freeman, Katie Holmes as Rachel Dawes, who literally just shows up in this movie and then gets recast for The Dark Knight, which we'll get to in just a little bit. The story of this is another Batman, Bruce Wayne, parents die, goes away, trains, comes back as Batman. I was shocked on how dark of a tone Christopher Nolan, who directed the masterpiece, was going with it, and it worked. This is, I think, the second best Batman movie, third best Batman movie we have. Okay, fourth best. I'm gonna level with some of you people. Fourth best, but still very good. Definitely beats those bottom three down there. And then Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul. Holy shit! Like, when I was watching the movie, I didn't see that coming. I thought he was Ducard. That was it. We just saved his life. You saved our lives. We are eternally grateful. But holy shit, to come back as Ra's al Ghul, working with Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow. Holy shit. Like, they're taking over Gotham, and it's fucking working, and this is the first movie. I freaking loved it. Like, I might actually go back and watch it again. But let's get to 2008. The Dark Knight, who I think is the best superhero movie ever made. And depending on what day you ask me, it's either The Dark Knight or Spider-Man 2. Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2 with Doc Ock. But I more lean towards Batman because I'm more of a Batman guy. And with that being said, let's just move that sucker all the way up to S tier. Christian Bale comes back as Batman. You have Heath Ledger as Joker. Gary Oldman returns as Commissioner Gordon. Morgan Freeman, Lucius Fox. But Heath Ledger as Joker. Holy shit. Holy shit. The twisted... Well, like, if you thought that Jack Nicholson's character was screwed up, wait till you see Heath Ledger's. Heath Ledger's Joker is scary, very, very planned ahead everything, and will run through you thinking you have the upper hand and easily just throws you on a pile of money and lights it on fire. Sorry, Lau. But him and Aaron Eckhart, that scene in the hospital where it's fair, flips the coin. Joker has the hammer held. So no matter what that lands on, he's not getting shot. he's just giving the illusion to Two-Face, who that's Aaron Eckhart's character, that he's in control. And that sets up Two-Face's journey into, okay, mindset. All right, he's bad guy now. I just don't like that they killed him. I thought we could have gotten more out of Two-Face, but then again, Monday morning quarterback, basically. None of us knew Heath Ledger was going to die. I would assume, I'm just assuming that they were going to use Heath Ledger for the third movie, but unfortunately, with his passing, they couldn't, and they already killed Two-Face, so they had to pivot. And speaking of pivoting, because Dark Knight's an S tier, am I happy about that? No. No. Was it a good ending to a trilogy? Also no. Also no. Were there good moments in there? Abso-freaking-lutely. When they blow up Heinz Field, as a Patriots fan. Also, Patriots are an 0-1 to start the season. They unfortunately just lost to the Philadelphia Eagles. That sucks very much. But, you know, you bring in Bane, and you expect so much, and Bane is phenomenal. Tom Hardy playing Bane is great. Phenomenal. You have Christian Bale returning, and the stuff they do together is great. It's all the setting up to Gotham having a nuke. And if something happens, they're just going to detonate the nuke. And the whole city's on lockdown, basically. I just thought there was so many ways that they could have got from point A to point B. You also have Catwoman with Anne Hathaway. Joseph Gordon-Levitt playing Robin. Yeah, that literally a post-credit scene, but right before the credits, and just cuts it off there when he goes and finds the Batcave. Speaking of that, spoiler alert. I know we are one movie away from ending this video, and yeah, spoilers. Oops, probably should have said that from the beginning. All these movies have been out outside of The Batman for over 10 years. So still talking with the Dark Knight Rises. Bane is good. Batman's good. Catwoman is iffy. She puts off a very torn, I don't know what to do kind of thing. Do I just leave? Kind of what you see in the Batman Arkham game, Arkham City, where she has the decision to leave Batman or leave the city. Same kind of concept. But I just wish they could have ended it better. Yeah, he got his happy ending. He's living with Catwoman. You know, to the world, Bruce Wayne is dead, but is he? Yeah, well, I put it at C tier. If I'm watching the whole trilogy, I'll get through it, but I will not just watch Dark Knight Rises. It's not a great movie. Yeah. So let's get to 2022. Robert Pattinson, Zoe Kravitz. That's going A tier. It was a great movie that I thought that was going to suck. I really thought Robert Pattinson as Batman was going to be horrible. And boy, was I wonderfully surprised. Wonderfully surprised. There are some moments in the movie, especially when the town starts going underwater. It felt like it dragged a little bit. But Robert Pattinson really does a good job taking over the cowl and shows us what it's like to be Batman within the first couple of years of him being Batman. And, you know, he's dealing with the Riddler. He's dealing with Colin Firth as Penguin. It was a really good movie. Go check it out. I put it at A. It's relatively new, so it's probably still on, you know, HBO or Stars or one of the streaming sites. Check that out. But ladies and gentlemen, that is my list. The Dark Knight in S tier, Batman 1989 in A, Batman Begins in A, and The Batman from 2000 and 22 in A. Nothing in B tier. Nothing in B tier. Then we go down to C tier. Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and The Dark Knight Rises. And the one in D tier is Batman and Robin. Don't watch that movie. Do not watch that movie. It's pretty bad. And right now that my list is done, comment below where you would rank these movies. And Justin, take it away with your video.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.